Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If your check engine light just popped on and your code reader is flashing P0135, don't panic. Today, we're going to break down exactly what this code means, what it does to your car, and most importantly, how you can fix it. So, grab your tools, and let's get into it. First things first, what is P0135? The technical definition is O2 sensor heater circuit malfunction for bank 1. Sensor 1. That sounds like a mouthful, but it's simpler than you think. Your car has oxygen sensors, or O2 sensors, that measure the amount of unburned oxygen in your exhaust. This information helps your car's computer, the AC, figure out the perfect air-to-fuel ratio for optimal performance and fuel economy. Now, these O2 sensors need to be hot to work correctly, usually around 600 degrees Fahrenheit. They can't wait for the engine exhaust to heat them up, especially on a cold start. That's where the heater circuit comes in. It's a tiny heating element inside the sensor, kind of like a miniature toaster that quickly warms it up. The code P0135 specifically tells us that the heater circuit for bank 1, sensor 1, has a problem. Let's break that down. Bank 1 is the side of the engine that contains cylinder number 1. For most inline 4 or 6 cylinder engines, you only have one bank. For V6 or V8 engines, you'll have 2 banks. A quick search for your specific engine layout will tell you which side is. Bank 1, sensor 1, refers to the upstream sensor. This is the O2 sensor located in the exhaust manifold or downpipe before the catalytic converter. Its job is crucial for managing the engine's fuel mixture in real time. So, what happens when this heater fails? When you start your car, especially when it's cold, the O2 sensor won't get to its operating temperature quickly enough. The ECU won't receive the correct data, so it defaults to a pre-programmed, rich fuel mixture to be safe. This means it's injecting more fuel than necessary. You'll likely notice a few symptoms. The most obvious is the check engine light. You might also experience a rough idle, especially when the engine is cold. Because the engine is running rich, your fuel economy will suffer, and you'll be spending more money at the pump. Over time, this rich condition can lead to more serious problems. It can foul your spark plugs, damage your catalytic converter, which is a very expensive repair, and you'll definitely fail an emissions test. Now for the good part. How do we fix it? The P0135 code points to a few potential culprits. The most common cause, by far, is simply a failed O2 sensor. The internal heater element just burns out over time, and the entire sensor needs to be replaced. But before you rush out and buy a new sensor, it's smart to check a few other things. The problem could be in the circuit part of the code. This means you should inspect the wiring and connector going to the O2 sensor. Look for any signs of damage, like burnt or frayed wires, or corrosion inside the connector pins. Exhaust components get extremely hot, and wires can easily get melted if they're touching something they shouldn't be. Make sure the connector is plugged in securely. Another possibility is a blown fuse. The heater circuit is protected by a fuse, so consult your owner's manual or a fuse box diagram for your vehicle. Find the fuse for the O2 sensor heater and check if it's blown. If it is, replace it with a new one of the same amp. However, be aware that fuses often blow for a reason, usually a short in the wiring. So if the new fuse blows immediately, you have more diagnostic work to do. But let's say the wiring looks good and the fuse is fine. In that case, it's highly likely the sensor itself is the problem. Replacing an O2 sensor is a very manageable DIY job for most people. You'll need a special O2 sensor socket, which has a slot cut out for the wire, a ratchet, and maybe some penetrating oil if the old sensor is rusted in place. Remember to always disconnect the battery before working on any electrical components. Unplug the old sensor, use the socket to remove it. Apply a small amount of anti-seize compound to the threads of the new sensor. Most new ones come with it, and then screw it in. Torque it to the manufacturer's specification. Plug in the new connector, reconnect your battery, and you're good to go. After the repair, you'll need to clear the check engine light with your code reader. Then, take the car for a drive to ensure the light stays off. So there you have it. P0135 is a straightforward code that usually points to a bad upstream O2 sensor. By checking the fuse and wiring first, you can be confident that replacing the sensor will solve the problem, saving you from poor fuel economy and preventing more costly repairs down the road. If this video helped you out, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more car repair guides. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.